Let's talk about the number one isolation exercise mistake that you're likely guilty of. And for those of you guessing, oh, it must be using bad form, turning into a compound movement. No, that's not the king here. And of course, the minimalist would say, is doing isolation exercise in the first place. Never do that. Only perform the compound movements. Garbage advice, but I digress. Listen, the real issue lies in the fact that most of you guys aren't pushing your accessories and isolations hard enough. In other words, not inducing progressive overload. I see this all the time. Guys are going to hammer the compounds with extreme brutality, which is actually fantastic. But then when they do the isolation exercise at the end, it's completely half-assed. No form of progressive overload whatsoever, using the same weights for years. It's just an afterthought. It's just thrown in there for the hell of it, just to accumulate a little bit of extra volume, maybe assist in rejuvenation, but that's about it. So they're using the same 35-pound dumbbells for years on curls, even though they are capable of much more. Be honest with yourself. Are you using the same weights over and over again when you know you're capable of more? If you are, let's be honest, it's probably due to laziness, okay? Listen, if you're not trying to maintain your muscles, why using the same fucking weights every time? Why not just increase it a little bit and take it from there? Why not start treating the isolation exercises as if they were competition movements? This is what's really going to correct muscular imbalances and make you strong as fuck. So if you're doing band face pulls with mini bands and you easily get your 4 sets of 25, next workout, stand a little bit further back. Or use a monster mini band and then get better with it. Improve over time. You always want to raise your performance in all aspects here. And then some people are going to come up with the excuse that, oh, I'm just tired from the compound movements, so I can't make progress. Look, it's certainly true that when you're in a fatigued state, your accessories will not be as powerful, all right? That's just the way it works. But the state that you cannot make progress on that is pure fucking horseshit, and you know it. If you're only doing 100 pounds on the tricep push down, try to bring it up to 110 and 120. Eventually, max out the stack if you're capable, with good form and all that. So I don't get why people aren't pursuing their isolations harder. I know Westside, they've corrected this problem big time. Some would say maybe to a point of obsession, where it's like 80% special exercises, and they really get the volume, always trying to raise the performance. I think that's a really good way to approach things. And by doing it this way, minimize the injuries and you truly maximize performance. Because I understand the psyche of going in and just getting a few reps in on your curls and all that, and your lower back and abs. It's easy to half-fast. It's easy to be lazy. It's easy to just do the bare minimum. But that's not maximum gains. So what you want to do is periodize everything. So if you're using concurrent periodization, which is what I strongly recommend, but also you can use whatever routine you like, periodize your accessories. Rotate the variations, okay? So don't just do the regular skull crusher. Go through different styles and try to increase the weight. You log your workouts down, right? But why aren't you logging your accessories? Why aren't you trying to better yourself at that? Because let me tell you, sometimes the isolations can really correct that imbalance. And when I talk about getting strong, just getting strong as fuck, the isolations will contribute to that while getting you really good at the isolation exercise. And coincidentally, the muscles associated with that movement will hypertrophy. So if you're doing a lot of skull crushers and you bring it up to 95 pounds for high reps or 135 for reps, your triceps are going to look pretty good. And it will have carryover to your bench as well. So there's multiple benefits in doing this. It's great for bodybuilding. It's great for injury prevention. It's great for correcting muscular imbalances and strength deficits, all that. Like, start hammering those isolation movements, man. Stop being so fucking lazy. Just so you know, I've been lazy with this too, man. I get on the reverse hyper. I use the same weights. Okay, I'm just going to do 3 sets of 15, leave it at that. No, fuck that shit, bro. If you're able to max out the stack, start adding some bands to that reverse hyper. Keep pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. Periodize everything. Watch, just you fucking watch at how much bigger you're going to get and how much stronger you're going to get. It'll blow your mind. You'll be like, wow, I've been lazy on something that could have benefited me for so long. So the secret here is to really treat those isolations seriously when you do them. Stop half-assing, induce progressive overload, and you're going to have nothing to worry about. It's very simple advice, but in the real world, I'm telling you, guys are not doing this. They really, really aren't. It's just an afterthought, it's thrown in at the end, and they're never progressing on their isolation. When 90% of the time, they're able of doing more. So stop being lazy, put in that work, and get the real results that you deserve. And you know that you can do it. So stop making excuses. That's it, guys. Very simple video. Let me know if you can relate to this. And with that, I'll talk to you all next time.